We are live from Brutus, Hollar. Welcome, everybody. I see Jay is here already, and then the Koala Bear, and
Cliff,
Mr. Cliff.
Cliff's on.
All right, Brother Joe.
Blue Lobster's on.
Hey, Joe, how are you, buddy?
Got a special treat for you tonight, Joe.
Yep, yeah, we do. We got a couple of treats, actually.
Jay had another hole-in-one today.
Jay had 3 holes
Three
in
holes
one today.
in one.
Yeah, now that's kind of hard to do, getting 3 all in one shot.
Way to go, Jay.
So it's, I guess we have so many Floridians up here, the temperature is just incredibly hot.
Yes, it is.
And they brought it here with them. I think they exhale the heat. It was 90 degrees today, and I mean it's not even August yet. I'm not on board with that. I spent most of the day well, actually, I was cooking all day.
It was hot. It was good too. You cooked good. It was worth it.
I made my first batch of fried cabbage in bacon grease.
It was good.
Yeah, it was real good. And we had some pork chops tonight. And
there's our friend.
I'm trying to think who that is.
Yeah, we know that.
R1, you need to get your name in the description somehow, so we know who you are.
I think it is part of the name.
Yes, it's Martin. Something, I think, Martin. All right, you're up, buddy.
Let's play a song. Let's do a John Prine tune. This song is called "In a Town This Size." In a town this size, there is no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a smoky bar, in the backseat of your car, in your own little house, someone's sure to find you out. What you do, what you think, what you eat and what you drink. If you smoke a cigarette, they'll be talking about your breath. In a town this size, there is no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. Oh, I had a fight with my girlfriend last night before the moon went down. It was all over town how she made me cry, how I sang goodbye. Whether it's true or not doesn't count a lot. In a town this size, there is no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a town this size. In a town this size. John Prine.
All right. No need to whisper, folks. They can't hear you. We have some guests in the audience tonight. So some dear friends that we became friends with actually up here in the mountains, and then further followed them down to Sarasota, where they now live full time. And Dick and Lynn Manning, and they're up here for the summer and shared dinner with us tonight, and they're here in the studio. So we want to welcome them. Hello, Terry. How are you? You're in California, aren't you, Terry? If I remember correctly.
Make sure I think that's good right there.
It's pretty early there.
I think we're good, yeah. Thank you. She's in California, Terry. That Terry Linder in
I
California?
think she is. I think
Okay.
she is. Yeah, yeah. All right, Jay, we'll do that for you. I haven't done that in a while here.
What you doing?
I'm going to be in the key of mostly F.
Mostly F.
Mostly F.
Where you got that?
I'm never quite sure. I'm on the 5th fret.
All right, that's what I thought.
Well, this old man and me were at the bar and we were having us some beers, swapping out on kids, and talking politics, blonde and redhead chicks, old dogs and new tricks, and habits we ain't kicked. We talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised. And then I heard that old man say, oh, God is great, beauty's good, people are crazy. He said, I fought 2 wars, I've been married and divorced. I said, what brings you to Ohio? He said, damn if I know. We talked for an hour or 2 about Erica we knew and all the hell we put 'em through, like 2 old boys would do. We pondered life and death, then lit a cigarette. He said, these things are gonna kill me yet. God is great, beauty's good, and people are crazy. God is great, and beauty's good, and people are crazy. That's called it's 2 a.m. Well, I said goodbye to him. I never spoke with him again. But then one sunny day, I saw that old man's face, a front page obituary. He was a millionaire. He left his fortune to some guy he hardly knew. His kids were mad as hell. Me, I'm doing well, so I stopped by today just to give thanks and pray. I left a 6-pack on his grave. Oh, God is great, beauty's good, people are crazy. God is great, beauty's good, people are crazy. No, people are crazy. God is great, beauty's good, y'all is crazy. Oh, who did that song?
No, he wasn't talking about y'all, though.
Something happened here when I did this. What happened there?
You got some all kinds of something going there.
My pedal has been rebelling on me. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, I like that Donald Duck song.
Oh, that happens.
That's
That
good.
does
That's
happen.
good. Yeah.
I get the Donald Duck sound every once in a while.
Thank you, Terry. Hey, Peter, how are you? Brother
not
Joe,
sure.
what TV3? What is the meaning behind that, Brother Joe? Tell us.
TV3.
You know,
that's
you
some
guys
kind-
talking this code stuff.
It's a
here.
cult. He's in a cult.
It's all this railroad stuff. We
watch
don't
TV.
know.
Well, Joe, we worked up a song just for you and your railroad buddies because you've been nagging us about it for like how many weeks now, Paul's he been nagging us?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway,
Joe's good at it, though.
this is a great story. We're going to dedicate it. It's a true story. Well, a little bit embellished about the song. There's some debate about whether he was actually going 90 miles an hour when he derailed. This in E, right? That's right. This one's for you, Joe. The wreck of the old 97. Well, he gave him his orders at Monroe, Virginia, saying, Steve, you're way behind time. This is not 38, this is old 97. You must put her in a dispenser on time. Then he turned around and said to his black, greasy fireman, shovel on a little more coal. And when we cross that white old mountain, just watch old 97 roll. It's a mighty rough road from Lynchburg to Danville with a line on that 3-mile grade. It was on that grade that he lost his air brakes. See what a jump he made. Well, he was going down the grade making 90 miles an hour. His whistle broke into a scream. He was found in the wreck with his hand on the throttle, scalded to death by the steam. When the telegram come to the Washington station, this is how it read. Oh, that brave engineer that run old 97, he's laying in an old Danville dead. So now, all you ladies, you better take a warning from this time on and learn. Never speak harsh words to your true loving husband. He may leave you, never return. That's for you, Joe.
That song would have used up my energy quotient for the evening. Oh, boy. Ed Hall, how are you, buddy?
You're quite welcome.
You're welcome, Joe. Thank you, Terry. Yes, I understand that now. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
That's what they're telling us.
Good to know that.
Okay.
Good to know that.
Okay. Well, one train song deserves another, I guess. We'll be in duh. This is a Tom T. Hall song. It's called Train Songs, of all things. Well, I was working in a honky-tonk with a pick in my guitar. I saw an old man drinking beer with a leaning on the bar. Well, he staggered sideways to the stage, motion with the wind. He said, you sing a train song and I'll buy you a drink. Well, I asked what kind of song he liked, studied for a while. Said, just sing a train song, and it broke out in a smile. Oh, I don't want to hear no cheating song, hanging in the rain song, nothing to remind me of the girl I left behind. I want to go where she can't find me. I want to hear some good old time, rolling, smoking, whistle blowing. Really don't care where they're going. Train song. We said I am a traveling man, I don't hang around too long. I done time on the highways, but I love a railroad song. So I started singing train songs as fast as I could go. Johnny Cash and Jimmy Rogers and some Bill Monroe. I had them screaming through the night, stunning around the bend. I guess you had to be there just to see that old man ring. I don't want to hear no cheating song, hanging in the rain song, nothing to remind me of the girl I left behind me. I want to go where she can't find me. I want to hear some good old time, rolling, smoking, whistle blowing. Really don't care where they're going. Train song. When I got through, he clapped his hand and he slowly walked away. He eased out to the front door and he turned to smiling with. Well, I never got that drink from him. He sure had some nerve. I sang him a train song and he threw me a curve. Well, I'm still singing train songs. He ain't been back at all. Well, he just vanished, leaving me with these words I still recall. I don't want to hear no cheating song, standing in the rain song, nothing to remind me of the girl I left behind me. I want to go where she can't find me. I want to hear some good old time and rolling, smoking, whistle blowing. Really don't care where they're going. Train song. Want to hear some train song. Want to hear some train songs. Woo! What was in that cabbage?
That cabbage was all doctored up, wasn't it?
John Solbeck, how are you, Brother John? A friend from Colonia, New Jersey. Wow. The wreck of TV3. Terry's kicking it up out there. Good. That's probably the last lively one you're going to get from me tonight, but I don't know. You never know.
Let's do that. I'm going to do one of mine. Jay requested pretty regular, and I haven't done it in a while. This is a song called "They're Gone," and this is the parentheses title is "The Native Floridian's Lament." People think they are gone. People think I'm joking about growing up in a swamp, but that's I really did. I grew up in a swamp down in North Florida.
I don't have that one.
Well, yeah, you've been there.
That's why Tom is so tall.
That's right.
He was always up to his knees in mud.
Fertilizer. Goes like this.
I got you.
Well, I grew up clean out on the edge of a swamp, where everyday living was a sweaty romp in them dirt roads. I love them dirt roads. We We lay there quiet in the middle of the night, listen to the big cats cry out loud. It was way back when we still had orange groves. They're gone, the orange groves are gone. They're gone, they're long gone. Well, the old oak trees once were covered with moss. Now they're just flooring. Man, what a loss. We could have walked on recycled milk jugs. The swamps once flowed down the aquifer fill. Now they just stand and fill with silt. The glades are drying up. They be gone one day. They're gone, the oak trees are gone. They're gone, they're long gone. One time. Springs and the lakes used to be pristine. Now when the sun's right, they got a sheen like a rainbow on top of the water. There's too many people now that don't give a damn about what they do that ruins our land. We can hold out hope that one day we'll hear. They're gone, the polluters are gone. They're gone, left us alone. They're gone, they're long gone. Thank you.
I love that
Thank
song.
you so much. That's a good one.
Tom's putting me through my paces today.
Well, Dawn says if I wear you out, then you sleep better. You know.
It doesn't take much to make me sleep well. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not going to do that yet. I'll wait till the end of the show, maybe. He would he? I am picking tomatoes. Did you see my tomato pictures on Facebook?
That's some big tomatoes. I mean,
We've got
sandwich-sized tomatoes.
We've got 4 varieties this year. We have San Marzano, which is the Italian sauce tomato, I guess. We don't call it sauce. My mother called it gravy. I'm sorry. It had meat in it. It was gravy. And we have Romas, which are a kind of a small plum tomato. And we have a variety called Bella Rosa, which is it's sort of a Franken tomato. It never rots. It just starts sprouting from the inside, but the outside looks perfect. But it's a beautiful tomato, and it's really good for frying. And then we have a yellow one, and I don't remember the name of that one. But
I know the name of that one. Yellow tomato.
Yellow tomato, that's it.
That's what they call it.
Homegrown tomatoes. Would life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only 2 things in life that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. There ain't nothing in the world that I like better than lettuce and bacon and homegrown tomatoes. Up in the morning, up in the garden, pick you a ripe one. Don't you get a hard one where you plant them in the springtime, eat them in the summer. Winter without them is a culinary bummer. I forget all about the sweating in the digging every time I go out. Get a big and a homegrown tomato, homegrown tomatoes. Would life be without homegrown
tomatoes. Only two things in life that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Well, you can go ahead and buy. Well, that's for sure. There ain't nothing that a homegrown tomato won't cure. Put 'em in a salad, put 'em in some gravy. You can eat 'em with beans, either pinto or navy. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. Would life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things in life that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Play it one more time. Well, if I could change this life I lead, I'd be Johnny Tomato Seed. I know what this country needs. It's homegrown tomatoes in every yard you see. And when I die, don't bury me in some cold, dark cemetery. Well, out in the garden would be much better, where I could be pushing up homegrown tomatoes. Oh, homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. Would life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things in life that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Not tomatoes.
Guy
tomatoes.
Clark is turning over in his grave. What a great song.
I think, God, he would love us. I think.
What a great song.
Yeah, I think he would love us. I don't think he would.
If you do, you know, if you ever are looking to do something one night, you know, you just don't have anything to do and you want to just kind of entertain yourselves, get on YouTube and look up some of the old Guy Clark videos, especially the one where he's playing with Verlin Thompson. There's one he's at the Tennessee Museum, and it's just great entertainment. His stories are just so great. It's what music is all about to me. I mean, there was nothing intricate about it. There's no bombastic solos or any of that
like
kind of
Prine,
crap.
John Prine.
Yeah,
same
John
way.
Prine the same way. I mean, but it's just good music, and it'll make you feel good. Trust me.
Great stories. I'm gonna do it. This is actually you mentioned her earlier. Bonnie Raitt made this song famous, but John Prine wrote it, and
You know why he wrote this song? There's a thing online about it. He does a little thing. He said, when I wrote this song, he said, I was picturing a woman who's been married for a long time, and her husband doesn't talk to her anymore. And he gets up in the morning and goes to work, and he comes home in the afternoon, and he has his dinner, and he sits down and watches television, and that's their life. You know, my wife is looking at me over there. and he said, when I wrote the song, he said, I can picture her. One day she's just kind of had it, and she reaches back behind her couch and pulls out her Martin guitar, and she sings this song.
yeah,
And you know what the angel from Montgomery is, right?
the angel from Montgomery.
Yes. If you're on death row in Alabama, you're waiting for the pardon from the warden. That's the angel from Montgomery. And that's what she's looking for, is that pardon. John Prine always had these hidden things in
Always
his
had
songs.
one,
Always
that's right.
did. And
This is one of the few songs that he actually wrote in G too. Most of his songs are in D, but this one's in G. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man's just another child that's grown old. If dreams of thunder and lightning was desired, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on young girl. I had me a cowboy. He wasn't much to look at, just a free rambling man. That was a long time, no matter how I tried. Years just flow by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is the hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen. I can hear them buzzing. But I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is the hard way to go. To believe in this living is the hard way to go.
That is a good song. That is a good song. Yeah. You know, and that's half the fun of music for me is finding out all these little backstories. You know, I just caught a mini biography, a mini. No, it wasn't a biography. What would you call it? A little documentary about
They call that a bio,
Rodney Crowd.
A biopic.
Rodney wrote a song called "I Walk the Line" revisited, and the story was all about he. It was in 1956. He was in his dad's '49 Ford, and he was sitting in the back seat. And Johnny Cash came on the radio and sang "I Walk the Line," and Rodney just was mesmerized by that song. He said, "I just couldn't believe what I was listening to." He said, the little telegraph beat that goes on in that song. I mean, there's a lot of things happening in that song that never happened in music before. It was unique. And he said, so as the years went on, he became a songwriter. And he said, I wanted to write a song about that experience. He said, because we were on our way to go out fishing somewhere in in West Texas. And that kind of turned him in, wanting to do it. And so we started writing this song about the first time I heard Johnny Cash sing "I Walk the Line," but he never could get the chorus that he wanted. And for 7 years, he played with this thing. I mean, that's dedication. Scott Stambaugh's like that. Scott will work on a song for years. I don't have that kind of thing, I don't think, anyway. So one day, I don't know what happened, but he said, you know what? He said, why don't I have Johnny sing the chorus? Sing the chorus from his original "I Walk the Line" song to his new melody that he wrote for the song. So he called Johnny up and he said, Johnny, we wrote a song. And Johnny said, really? And he said, yeah, come on down. He went down to the studio and Johnny listened to the track and he said, you got a lot of nerve changing my melody. And Rodney kind of stammered a little bit. And he said, yeah. He said, but you just need to sing it. And Johnny went in and sang it. And he sang it once and he said, let me do it again. And he sang it a second time. And he killed it. And Bonnie Raitt was in the studio when this happened. And she said, Johnny sounds like he's on Viagra. He did a good job. So Rodney started taking the song around, and a radio guy, well, years before, yeah, you got to go through the backstory. I'll finish this up later. People on the air want to hear us sing. What am I doing? Is it me or you?
That was you,
It's
buddy.
me.
Yeah.
It's me. Okay.
I'm just a mandolin player.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. Do a Rodney song. Way back in my memory, there's a scene that I recall of a little run-down cabin in the woods. My daddy never promised that our blue moon would turn gold, but he lay awake nights wishing that he could. When the world was on our radio, hard work was on our minds. We lived our day-to-day in plain dirt fashion, with old overalls in the cotton balls, all scratching on the back. You know it's hard to make believe things looking wrong. Mama kept the Bible read, my daddy kept our family fed, and somewhere in between I must have grown. And I just kept on dreaming a little song I was singing takes me down the road where I wanna go. Now I know it's a long, hard road. Sometimes I remember when we stayed up late at night. The sun up came, we got up and we, in the shadow of our working days, our evening hours were spent singing songs along with Grandma's radio. Now I'm beating down an old blacktop road, sleeping at the side. I'm living in my memories all in vain. Those city lights ain't all that bright compared to what it's like to see them lightning bolts go dancing in the rain. Mama played the guitar thing, my daddy made the soul blade band, and raindrops played the tin roof like a drum. And I just kept on dreaming little song I was singing takes me down the road where I wanna go. Now I know it's a long, hard road. Mama played the guitar then, my daddy made the saw blade band, and raindrops played the tin roof like a drum. And I just kept on dreaming little song I was singing takes me down the road where I wanna go. And now I know it's a long, hard road. And I know it's a long, hard road. Rodney Crowd.
As it is.
That song was made famous by who? Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. That's right. Yeah. Roger Barons. Hey, buddy. You're in Jersey again.
Roger's online. Hey, Roger.
My Jersey buddy.
Roger, our motorcycle buddy. He rides that motorcycle all over the place.
And we call him his buddy. Our buddy. What do you got?
We'll do some Jimmy Buffett, some come Monday. I did it a couple times over the weekend. Everybody wants to hear Buffett and they want to hear Margaritaville, and that's like my least favorite Jimmy Buffett song. What's that? Come Monday, me too. Well, then this is for you, Don. Heading up to San Francisco for the Labor Day weekend show. I got my hush puppies on. I guess I never was meant for glitter rock and roll. that I'll be missing you so. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in the brown LA haze. Just want you back by my side. Yes, it's been quite a summer. Rented cars and westbound trains. And now you're off on vacation. Something you tried to explain. Darling, it's I love you so. That's the reason I just let you go. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze. Just want you back by my side. I can't help it, honey. You're that much a part of me now. Remember that night in Montana, they said there'd be no room for doubt. I hope you're enjoying the scenery. I know that it's pretty up there. We can go hiking on Tuesday. With you I'd walk anywhere. California has worn me quite thin. I just can't wait to see you again. Come Monday, you'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze. Just want you back by my side. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze. Just want you back by my side.
Jimmy Buffett. Roger, who are you talking to?
Roger.
Oh,
Dawn.
he said hi to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Dawn said hi, Roger. I don't think you can hear her from there, but
Thank you, Terry. That Terry Linder, that is a California song for sure.
you think?
Well, I got to tell you one of the things that appeals to me about this song. I'm 6'7". When I was 14 years old, I was 6'4", and I wore a size 14 shoe. And in 1964, my parents weren't wealthy, and so they couldn't afford custom shoes. So we go to the store. You know, most people go to the store and you go and you pick out the shoe you like and you hold it up and you show the guy and you say, have you got this in a 10? And they go back and they bring it out in a 10. Well, they don't do that when you wear a 14, not in 1964. So we walked into the shoe stores and the question was, what have you got in a 14? And if I told you how many pairs of green hush puppies, olive green, suede olive green hush puppies I wore, because that's all they could afford to buy me was green hush puppies. That's why I have a shoe fetish now. It's a wonder I'm not at an institution because of that. I should be, I know.
I shouldn't say this, but my wife has the same problem. They do not have stylish shoes in her size.
Well, I tell you what, now I loved it down in Orlando. There was a store down in Orlando called Bears.
That's right.
And Bears, and they had a big sign up on the front of the store that says, we can fit any human.
Yep.
And it was right when the big football team started up down there, and these big giant football players were coming there, and they had size 19, size 22, they had all these shoes in there. Yep. But they were all made out of plastic, and they were awful. But they
didn't tell you that.
They'd
part,
fit.
did
That's
they?
right. No, they didn't tell you about that part.
Well, you know, he became famous because he did the commercial for Allied Discounts Tires. Tires
Allied
ain't
Discount.
pretty.
That's right.
That was him.
That's a guy.
Well, here's a song that I don't think I've ever played this song. on this show anyway.
Is this going to be Stump the Mandolin Player?
No, I don't. Well, maybe. This is a song from a fella named Neil Dover who hangs out down at the Floribama in the Panhandle of Florida. And Neil had a really good career going until he went to Florida and fell in love and tossed the career away. He's just hanging out at the beach now.
Got you covered. I see Roger feels my pain. I didn't realize he had a big foot, too.
Got the whole song, brother. Here we go. When I was young, they said the world's in front of you. When I believed it was true. Anything that I could dream, I could grow up to be. All I had to do was choose. But when you're young and the world's in front of you, well, that's the last thing you want to do. So I did this and I did that, and I wound up underneath this hat. And if it's all right, you know I can't complain. When I take it off and look underneath. When I think about how I came to be me, did I pick this hat or did it pick me? So I tuned up these old six strings, and I got up on that stage. Can still see the empty chairs filled through all the years with the bills I couldn't pay. So I tuned up, I put down that old guitar, I hung it up, and I walked away. I went back to this, I went back to that, but I wound up back underneath this hat. And if it's all right, yeah, I can't complain. And when I take it off and look underneath, and I think about how I came to be me. Did I pick this hat or did it pick me? I don't know how I came here tonight. Oh, but this must be where I'm supposed to be. 'Cause my hat's still here and that's all I know. I go where my baby goes. I know I couldn't ask for any more. 'Cause I do this, that's just that. And I wound up back underneath this hat. And if it's all right, no, I can't complain. And when I take it off, look underneath. When I think about how I came to be me, you know I didn't pick this
this hat. It picked me. Oh, it picked me. Well, thank God I finally wound up back underneath this hat. Right on, righteous.
Cool song.
Righteous, brother.
Neil Dover. Neil Dover. I tried to drop his name when I tried to get into Floribama, and they said, Neil who?
Yeah, that happens sometimes. That does happen. Never heard of him. Don't know him. Don't know him.
Oh, let's see. See a little different view here. What's that one look like? That one looks like the dark one. It ain't too dark, though.
It's like a nightclub.
Like
We're
a
here at the
nightclub.
Brutus Hollar nightclub.
We got.
Oh, I'm feeling a little animalish.
Uh-oh.
It's funny how a song runs through your head and you start thinking about, well, okay, I should probably do that song. This is a song that, and like Paul was talking earlier, there's always a backstory. Everybody thinks that the Animals wrote this song. The Animals did not write this song. This song came from Old England, an ancient song actually, and had nothing whatsoever to do with the bordello. But the Animals took it, turned it into that. I had the great opportunity to play once at the House of the Rising Sun in Brownsville, Texas. It was a dirt bar underneath a bunch of oak trees with a bunch of bikers. It was a cool place. It was painted purple and yellow on the outside. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing that a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time that he is satisfied is when he's on the drum. Now it's one foot on the platform, the other on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. Mother's Tell your children not to do what I have done. Those they spend their lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. And I'm going back to New Orleans. My race is almost run. I'm going back to end my life in the house of the rising sun. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one.
Boy, buddy.
Song by the Animals.
Koala Bear, you got a song there I like. You know, I got a Miranda Lambert. We were in Florida one year, and I was playing at a place up in Ocala. It was an equestrian RV resort. People would roll in there with their Class A motorhomes and towing their horses behind them. And they were all the kind of horses that pulled sulkies. What do you call them? Trotters. You know, they would do all that stuff. And one day, the manager of the place called me up. We were down in Apopka, and he said, Miranda Lambert's here. He said, you need to come up and say hello. I said, wow. I didn't know who she was, actually. But I was impressed enough to get online and have a look. And most of her music was pretty rough. And I mean, she was keying her boyfriend's car and taking baseball bats to things. And oh, that wasn't Miranda? Well, Miranda shot the guy. That's right. Yeah, she killed the guy. Okay. In any case, she was there. She was there to buy a horse for her soon-to-be ex-husband Blake. And by the time I got there, of course, she was gone. And I had listened to a couple of her songs, and I found a few that kind of captured me. One was The House That Built Me. I really liked that song a lot. But the Tin Man song was kind of interesting. And the reason it was interesting is because social media and the media itself went nuts because Miranda got up in front of the CMA Awards and sang this song with just her guitar. Can you imagine somebody getting up playing a song with just their guitar?
Right. Who would have believed that?
Oh, my goodness.
Who would have believed that?
I need, what's her name? Marissa Tomei. So, here's one of Miranda's songs for you. That's right, you're right. That was Carrie Underwood. Well, hey there, Mr. Tin Man. You don't know how lucky you are. You shouldn't spend your whole life wishing for something bound to fall apart. Every time you're feeling empty, you should thank your lucky stars. If you ever felt one breaking, well, you never want a heart. You don't know how lucky you are. Yeah, I've been on the road that you're on. You didn't get me very far. Well, you ain't missing nothing, 'cause love's so damn hard. You take it from me, honey. You don't want a heart. Hey, Mr. Tin Man, you know I'm glad we talked this out. You can take mine if you want it. It's in pieces now. And by the way there, Mr. Tin Man, if you don't mind the scars, will you give me your arm? And you can have my heart.
I'm trying to fill in there. I'm trying to fill in between that good vocal.
All right.
That's what it is. It's according to my buddy Pat. You know, it's a novelty instrument. It's not a real instrument.
It's not a real instrument.
No, it's not a real instrument. It's a novelty instrument. So a while ago, when Jay popped this song up, well, he just popped it up again.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do it for you, Jay, and I think this is one of his mama's favorite songs. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who easily hide. I don't have much money. Boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. Maybe quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. You're in the world. Sat on the roof, kick off the moss. A few of the verses, they got me quite cross. Sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that I keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting these things I do. See, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I wrote down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. How wonderful life is when you're in the world. Sir Elton John.
Sir Elton. Oh, I like Elton.
I still like him. I have a great story. When the first time I went to Russia, I was working with a young cardiologist in Murmansk, Russia, which is where I was, up by the North Pole. It's real close to Finland, to the northern part of Finland. And so the young doctors occasionally got to go to Finland to a conference. They would go over to a medical conference. And so I was working with this young guy. He was a young cardiologist named Alexander, and I worked with him for a couple of weeks. I was there the first time. And toward the end of our stay, we were getting to be pretty good buddies. And he goes, we've been talking about music and whatnot. And he goes, Tom, he says, can I ask you to do me a favor? I said, Alexander, I'll do anything for you if I can. I said, what can I do for you? He said, my favorite artist is Elton John. He said, and I have all of his albums except one. And he goes, and is there any way that you maybe could find it and send it to me? And I said, yeah. I said, which album don't you have? And he said, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
Oh.
I went, are you kidding me? I said, I said, no, I'll get it for you. I said, so you want it on CD or you want it? He says, no. He said, we don't have CDs. He said, cassette tape. He said, it's all I can get. So when I got back, I went and I found the album on cassette. And then I painstakingly wrote out in Russian a letter to him. It took a couple days to write a letter to him. And then his boss was actually here in the States shortly thereafter, and I gave it to his boss to take back to him when he got back. And he was ecstatic that he finally had all of Elton John's albums.
That's cool. That's cool. Stick with Elton for a little bit. From the day we arrive on this planet and blink and step into the sun, there's more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done. Some say it will be and others say live and let live. Oh, but all I'll agree is they join the stampede. You should never take more than you give in the circle of life. The wheel of fortune, it's a leap of faith. It's a band of hope. We find our place on this path of winding in the circle of life. Some of us fall by the wayside. Some of us soar to the stars. And some learn to live through their troubles. And some learn to live with the scars. There's far too much to take in here, more to find than can ever be found. With that sun rolling high through that sapphire sky, keeps great and small on the endless round in the circle of life. Wheel of fortune, it's a leap of faith. It's a band of hope till we find our place on that path of winding in the circle of life. It's the circle of life.
Simba.
I haven't done that in forever.
That's a good song, man. That's Simba.
It is a good song.
I always think of Brubeck when he
Do
was
you
a
know?
little-
Do you know that the original or the official version of that from
Lion King.
no, the Lion King version is different than who sang the song? Elton John's song.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there's some things in there that they changed. I'm trying to.
Well, it's Disney. They do what they want.
Yeah. They woke it up, I think, or something. I'm not sure.
They do what they want.
Elton
Well, speaking of doing what Elton Hercules John, that's right.
That's his middle name is Hercules.
It's Hercules, but you know Elton John is not his real name. And of course, the movie Rocket Man took some liberty with that he and said in the movie that when the guy asked him his name, there was a picture of John Lennon on the wall, and so he came up with that's not actually true. That's not exactly how it happened, but he did. That is his name. His legal name is Elton Hercules John.
Sir Elton.
That's
Actually,
right.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, your brother Joe wanted to hear some Rolling Stones. Well, he said Rolling Stones. How many Yinglings have you had, Joe?
Where are you going here?
Oh, we're just going to be real common. This is a 1, 4, 5. Nothing to it.
What are we doing?
At least I think there's nothing to it. Little can't get you what you want.
Oh, in G?
In G, yeah.
Okay.
But Joe, no, I'm sorry, my bad. No, it is in G. That's right. Joe does get what he wants sometimes. He gets him a blue lobster every once in a while. Well, I saw her today at the reception. A glass of wine in her hand. Knew she was gonna meet her connection. At her feet was a footloose man. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometime, you might find you get what you need. So I went down to the demonstration. had my fair share of abuse, singing, we're gonna vent our frustration. If we don't, we're gonna blow like a 50-amp fuse. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometime, you might find you get what you need. Ah, yeah, baby, you get what you need. Well, I went down to the Chelsea drugstore, get your prescription filled. I was standing in line with Mr. Jimmy. Man, he looked pretty ill. We decided that we would have a soda. My favorite flavor, cherry red. Sung my songs to Mr. Jimmy. He said one word to me, and that was dead. That you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't get what you want. But if you try sometime, you might find you get what you need. Ah, yeah, baby, you get what you need. I saw her today at the reception. Glass was a bleeding bear. She was practiced at the art of deception. I could tell by her blood-stained hands. Now you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometime, you might find you get what you need. Ah, yeah, baby, you get what you need. Ah, yeah, honey, you get what you need. The Rolling Uglies.
Oh my goodness. You know, they are one of the top 25 worst bands in the world, according to something I saw on the computer today.
They just did a concert. They just did a concert in London, celebrating their 60 years as a band. They dedicated it, of course, to Charlie Watts, died last year, the drummer.
Yeah.
Died last year. So they dedicated the show to him. And in spite of the fact that there's a train strike in England right now, the concert was sold out.
Is that right?
People still got there. Because they're the Rolling Stones. And it's always funny because everybody forgets about Ron Wood. I was in Ireland and a buddy of mine was driving, and there's a lot of roundabouts in Ireland, but every once when you get out in the country, there's some crossroads. And we were sitting at one of the crossroads waiting to cross over, and we're out in the peat bogs. And on the other side, going the other way in the opposite direction, was this beautiful old classic Mercedes. And the sun was shining in the car, and there was a guy driving. I could tell it was a guy driving, but and he was obviously on this side of the car. On this side of the car was this gorgeous blonde. And I asked my buddy that was driving. I said, man, I've been here for about a week now. I said, I haven't seen an ugly woman yet. I said, y'all don't have any ugly women here in Ireland? And he looked over and he said, oh, he said, that's Cindy. And he waved. And I said, you know her? And he goes, yeah. He says, that's Ron and Cindy Wood. I said, Ron Wood, like Rolling Stones, Ron Wood? He said, yeah. He said, they just live right up the road here. He said, we see him in the pub all the time. I said, God. I said, man, imagine that, going into a pub and have Ron Wood come in and sit down beside you and order a Guinness.
Well, I mean, at least he didn't ask you if you had any drugs.
No. No, I don't think I'm not sure he does that. Maybe he does. I don't know, but I'm sure he did at one time. I was joking with Pat did a Graham Parsons song Saturday, the show we did Sunday, my bad. He said, Graham Parsons, and I said, yeah. I said, nobody knows who Graham Parsons was. I said, well, Graham Parsons is the guy who was responsible for Keith Richards doing all that cocaine when they were living in France, which is not quite true, but...
Well, you know, I forgot where I was going, but that's okay. Not yet, no.
And Graham Parsons is also known for giving Emmylou Harris her start.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't do this. My dad passed away about 17 years ago, I guess, on Sunday, right? Yeah. 27 years ago, I'm sorry. Wow. Yeah, I guess. When people say the old days, I'm still thinking of the 70s, and they're thinking the 90s.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Well, me and my dad had an interesting relationship. It was rocky at times, but I think at the end it was all pretty good. And I'm just going to do this song for him if I could. You lay there fighting for each breath. Angels hovered around your bed with open arms and God's own smile. They led you to the light. What a battle you have won. Now your journey has begun to the land where spirits fly, and your soul will never die. So travel lightly in my heart. You and I will never part. Far beyond this world we see, there's a place for you and me. And I thank my lucky stars had a chance to heal our scars. So I don't have to hang my head over things I wish I'd said. So here I am, your only son. I'm thinking back on work we've done. You were strong and I was young. Man, we had our fights. Everything I felt for you has been turned to something new. And this is love I feel today. It will never go away. So travel lightly in my heart. You and I will never part. Far beyond this world we see, there's a place for you and me. And I thank my lucky stars we had a chance to heal our scars. Far beyond this world I see, there's a place for you and me. Travel lightly in my heart. You and I will never part. Far above this world we see, there's a place for you and me. I don't have to hide my tears. I don't have to drown my tears. I don't have to hang my head over things I wish I'd said. No, I don't have to live in dread over things
song.
He was a good man
Couldn't.
from a different era.
Steve Goodman is a terrific songwriter and doesn't get enough credit for what he did because he was always writing with guys who were the singers. And he got second billing on a lot of songs, but mostly he wrote.
Rodney Crowd wrote this one. This is one of Rodney's songs. And Rodney had this beautiful, what would you call that, honey, a mullet? The lady said he was very pretty in this song. And I just thought about my dad when I heard it. And thanks for bearing with me, folks. Your turn, buddy.
Well, we're about at the end of our time.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, it's getting close to 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Maybe we should do a. You pick what we finish up with tonight. You always let me do it. You pick up something. Which one you want to do? Which one of
It's
our?
going to be my fault, huh?
Which one? No, it ain't never your fault. Which one of our good duos you want to do tonight? Which one?
What's the name of that song, though? Well, you wake up in the morning, you hear that work bell ring, and then they march you to the table. You see that same old thing. There ain't no food up on the table, ain't no pork up in the pan. But you better not complain, boy. You get in trouble with the man. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Lord, let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. Oh, yonder come Miss Rosie. How in the world did you know? By the way she wore her apron and the clothes she wore, umbrella on her shoulder, a piece of paper in her hand. You know she come to see the governor, she wants to free her man. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Hey, let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine an ever-loving light on me. Well, if you ever in Hayesville, you know you better do right. Yeah, you better not gamble, and you better not fight. You know the sheriff, he'll grab you, and the boss will bring you down. The next thing you know, boy, you're penitentiary bound. Well, let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Hey, let the midnight special shine a light on me. Here we go. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. All right. Oh, thank you all so much. I hope you. Where are you going to be this week? We didn't tell everybody where we can be.
I'm not sure where I'm going to be. I'd probably have to look it up.
Oh.
Check with me on Facebook. I know the band. We're going to be on the square in Hiawassee Saturday night.
Oh,
at 6:30 to.
is that the festival on the square?
It's
No,
their
no.
music on the square. They
Oh,
do it,
okay, in
the
Hiawassee,
summer
okay.
the summer series, in Hiawassee, and no, there will be. I'm sure there's going to be something in Hayesville also Friday night. I can look it up real quick. That's why we're talking about it. Where are you going to be?
Well, Saturday I'm going to be at the Chop House at La Prod's on the Lake Burton in beautiful Clarksville, Georgia.
Well, oddly enough, on Friday, that's where I'm going to be.
It seems we do that.
It seems we do that back to back. So I'm there Friday night.
They try to put all the good things together.
I know they do. And then you'll be there Saturday.
Sunday I'm at Yona Mountain Vineyards over in Cleveland, Georgia. And it is, what do you call it, the adult Disneyland?
It's the adult Disneyland, I'm telling you. It's the coolest place.
It is a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful
Absolutely
place.
beautiful place. And the wine is good. And now they have a guy, believe it or not, this guy tows a truck with a wood-fired pizza oven behind it.
Oh, my.
I mean, a big clay stone contraption
Wow.
back there. Yeah, and he's got the wood and everything
Real
going.
deal.
And
Pizza man.
I bet you he's selling 200-300 pizzas an afternoon there.
Really?
Yes, I'm not kidding.
Well,
I
pizza
mean,
goes good with wine.
well, it does. What doesn't go good with wine? All right. Well, we want to thank you all for tuning in tonight, and we hope you've had a good time. We certainly have, and we'll be back again next week.
Thanks for Dick and Lynn being here tonight
Yes,
and hanging out with us.
Our good friends from Florida here. They are up here for a little while more, and we're glad they got to spend the evening with us. So we'll, Georgia Smith, call me. Jay, what do you got going on there, man?
Really?
Jay got 3 holes in one. We
He
announced
did.
that.
We
Yes,
mentioned
yes,
that.
Yes. Who?
No, that's not a wrench. That's a blue lobster. And Joe is
That's
Paul's,
my brother.
That's
That's
Paul's
my
brother.
brother.
He's a blue lobster.
That's my brother. No relation. All right. We'll see you all next week. Thanks again for tuning in. And make sure you tell your friends. We will post the show so they can watch the replay. You can watch the replay too. And you know, when you do watch the replay, you can still comment. And the comments kind of show up in the same spot as if you were watching the live show, except they don't have a little blue dot next to them so people know it was afterwards. But please feel free to comment and please feel free to share. And we'll see you all next week. And if you do get a chance this week to get out and hear some live music anywhere, you know, everybody started out local. I mean,
Yeah, we just started out local.
well, we did. But you know, the top country act right now in the world is used to play at a bar in somebody's hometown.
That's right.
Get out there and make sure you tip those folks too. Be generous. It's rough out there. Thank you, Lana.
Thank you so much.
Lana, that's a new name.
Thank you so much.
Where are you from, Lana? That's a new person. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna shut the show down right now. So
Thank y'all so much. Check in with us next week too.
yes,
More
please
fun.
do. Please do. We'll see you later.
Good night.